What's going on, everybody? It's fragged out, swagged out, and you already know why I'm here today. We're talking about this fragrance right here. This is from the house of Theodoros Kalotinis, and this is from their upper echelon selection. This one is called Tobacco Maniac, and let me tell you something with this fragrance right now, calling all tobacco lovers. If you are a tobacco lover, when they do that on Instagram, the Tobacco Week, and you're supposed to post one from that particular genre, one every day. If you can put one for every day and then some like me, then this is something you should be checking out. If you love reaching for tobacco fragrances, and right now in this weather, if you're constantly finding yourself reaching for a Harrod, a tobacco vanille, something of that nature, then let me tell you something. You need to check this out. If you're not a tobacco lover, this might not be a must for you. I'm not saying this is for everybody. I'm telling you, if you're a tobacco lover like myself, I think you absolutely have to check this fragrance out. And by the way, if you are a fragrance lover, you should definitely check out the house of Theodoros Kalotinis because, man, between both of from their high level, like luxury line to their entry level line, super inexpensive across the board, realistically. And they do free shipping internationally. So look into them. I'll have the link in the description. So let's talk about this fragrance right here. We have vanilla, we have patchouli, we have honey, we have tobacco, and we have tobacco leaf. And that's all we have listed. Is there more? Absolutely. Why? Because you can smell it. So I just sprayed it on my hand. And this is one of those that's really strong. There's no need to spray it again. There's no need to spray it for another day, realistically. I'm going to have to go wash this off after and hope it goes away. This is what you call a full body tobacco fragrance. And what I like about in the nose, the description of it, where it says tobacco and then tobacco leaf, there's different sorts of tobacco here. Why? Because in a cigar, and I'm not saying, I don't know if they're trying to emulate the feel of a cigar, but in a cigar, you have three layers, right? You have the inside, which is the part that gives it the flavor, that boldness. And then you have the second layer, which keeps it all together. And you have third layer as part of the presentation, but also has some flavor to it as well. They have the moist, fermented, sitting tobacco, full body, has some natural sweetness and spice to it. And they also have the leaf, which give it that additional layer of, there's a cigar in my area. It's not a lit cigar. It's not smoky at all. It's just fresh tobacco, freshly rolled cigar. And you get all those nuances of a real cigar that was rolled in front of you. And you have that additional patchouli, which gives it another layer of earthiness and richness and boldness. It gives it a really full body that projects and allows its fragrance to last hours and hours with a really nice sillage and scent bubble wherever you go. And then you have vanilla and honey, which start to sweeten up this fragrance. So why I say there's also notes that are not listed here, because there's a spiciness in here. There's a very, very nice spiciness. Now, caution, the opening is a bomb of tobacco. If you don't love tobacco like that, the opening might be too much for you. However, when I say this transitions immediately, it's like that really full body tobacco, and then give it 5 minutes, no more, that honey and that vanilla really start to pick up and sweeten up the overall composition. And now what you have is a full cigar. You got a nice, moist, spicy, sweet, aromatic kind of tobacco with patchouli that amplifies the earthiness of it, which gives it more of that realistic cigar feel. But you have that vanilla in there smoothing out, kind of contrasting those harder, sharper notes, and that honey really giving it this really sweet, kind of gooey honey over it. It's such a great, great fragrance. And as it dries down, it becomes way more people friendly. And when I say that, I mean, even for those who don't love that cigar tobacco kind of aroma, it will become a fragrance that makes it really easy for just about anybody to like, but it stays true to that tobacco essence. This is an amazing, amazing tobacco fragrance. What I love about this and doing the review for it, that unlike a lot of other fragrances that want to do way too much, and that's not a problem, this stays true to what it is. It's for the tobacco maniacs. It opens up heavy tobacco. It gives you variation of tobacco. And it transitions on the skin from being that tobacco lover fragrance to drying down hours later and to being an entry level tobacco fragrance enthusiast that anyone can wear it. This is an amazing fragrance. From what I've seen so far, Theodoros Kalotinis makes high quality fragrance and they're not expensive. If you saw my first fragrance review, which was Coffee Addicts from the same house, you'll know that the prices are just amazing. Again, free shipping. Lastly, in terms of this review, I have no connection to the brand. I'm just kind of surprised that more people are not on this. And I know there's a lot who are, but the fact that it's not spoken of as much as I would think you would hear about it, with the kind of quality they're putting out at the price point, and especially in this weather with this fragrance right here. Again, if you're a tobacco lover, you got to check this out. That's my honest opinion. You need to check this out because it's going to blow a lot of favorites out the water. And I'm not going to name names, but there's a lot of tobacco fragrances that are sprinkled with tobacco. This is the real deal. You should absolutely check it out. That's really all I have to say about this fragrance. The rest, once you spray it on skin, speaks for itself, and we'll leave it at that. So if you enjoyed this review, I know some of you have actually been asking for more reviews from this house, so somebody's interested in hearing it. Please let me get a like, and if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and subscribe, because next time I do a review, which will probably be in an hour or so, you'll know about them. You hit that little bell button, and then you know when I put one out, and you can check that out as well. And lastly, if you have anything you want to add, any questions about it, I know a lot of people were asking questions about the Theodoros Kalotinis initially. If you want to ask more questions, if you have questions about this fragrance or anything else, or you have a request for review in the future, please feel free to leave it in the comment. That's all I have for you. Thank you very much. This is Fragged Out, Swagged Out, and I'm out.